Morning, good morning, good morning. We are back. The show is called TBR SSF Show, which simply means TBR Solution Sports Forum. It is myself, the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe. I'm all by myself, but with you. The cow fella, Remoho, we are together on Sesam. The beat goes on. Mushito Twalapin. We are from just a very, very um, exciting and fulfilling day, which was last night, um, because we were well represented in Egypt or in an African tournament by both Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates. But yeah, we have the mixed feeling in terms of Sundowns proceeded to the next round, which is the final. And then congratulations to Masandawana, Kabo Yellow. And then Pirates could not proceed to the next final. Well, remember, I've been always been wishing for both Pirates and Sundowns to play in the finals. But having watched at the game, one is very proud of Orlando Pirates. They played very, very well. Yes, I know, of course, a win, that's what it counts. But I just want us to analyze and dissect what happened because they played well, meaning Orlando Pirates. They played extremely well. When they scored the second goal, I thought we have wrapped up the game because I never saw those guys scoring the third goal. But when I look, both Pirates and Sundowns, um, it's my opinion. Um our football, we need to go back to the old tactic. If you remember the old tactic of our football, at the back we used to have tall players, but in recent years we don't have such. Um, Here I'll refer those who are following football from long time. We'll refer to a player like Malume Piri, who used to play for Orlando Pirates at the back. Stuart Lilly, very tall. And then your mainline Tiki Koza, very tall. Um, Oscar Dlamini, not really, really tall, but not a very short player, of course. Um, Including Esther Homane, Kaiser Chiefs, they had so many people at the back there who were very, very tall. Jimmy Jubed, and so on. Banks Fludi was one of those people at the back as a goalkeeper. So, yeah, I think that's where our problem is because when I saw how Pirates was scored, I think their size was a problem. And I'm saying this because even if you look at Mamelodi Sundowns, right there in the central defense, Vala is not playing because of injury, and you see that there's a gap. Yes, Suarez came in. Unfortunately, he's not on form, and then so that was the problem. So I think that's what we should look at. That's my opinion. We should try to go back to the olden days, whereby we used to have 12 players. I remember Cosmos used to have your John Salter, Lucky Mulife. Those were 12 players at the back there. And then, yeah, so I don't know your opinion, but now if you look, you have your Twala right there at the back. I mean, at the back, that Pirates, not really, really tall. So, and if you look at Al Ahly, they're very tall. So that's my opinion. I think that's where our problem is. But if you ask me, Pirates did exceptionally well. I mean, for them to go all the way up to the finals, it was a big up. And remember, it's not only this. They've already won some local tournaments here, and the chances are Pirates can win the league. So don't rule them out. They may win the league. So anything can happen. So now, so if our people from Paris, we have our own WhatsApp group here, and people are complaining and so on. I think they should hold their heads high and be proud of what they did. They did exceptionally well. That's my opinion. And then Sundowns, yes, I did indicate that with the people that I was watching the football with, and then I said we are going to proceed. We are going to play 1-1 with Al Ahly, and then the away rule will come into picture. And then I know one of our guys, Tabino, would say it will be grab, smash and grab, and that's what we did. And now, if you play tournaments of this nature, it's not about the beautiful football. It's about, grinding the results, and that's what Sundowns did. And then I hope, um, they'll be given enough time to prepare for the final. That's my wish. They'll be given enough time to prepare for the final, and then I don't expect them to. Yes, they have games that they have to play, but we need to do just like the North African teams are doing. We know that when Sundowns were going to play Esperance, we're told that they have been rested for 10 days. So I don't know whether resting for a few days helps or playing more frequently also helps. Yeah, those are some of the things that we need to start understanding and analyze and see. But it was a very good game. Nkota scored a brilliant goal. And then Mufukeng, he has proven again that the boy is a player to be reckoned with. He's doing exceptionally well. In the kitchen, just like Mike Williams would say, he was there in the kitchen. That is why he got the loose ball and then he finished it. And then, so they played well. The same with Mamelodi Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns played exceptionally well. Morena was playing so well up front there. And then at some point, I was worried about Sailor. He was looking, doubtful in terms, not necessarily doubtful in terms of injury, but, I don't know, sometimes he would hesitate. But I think at some point he got his feet. But it's understandable because you are playing the cup final and the stadium was full, packed to capacity. And this also reflects to us as South Africans because I watched the game of Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates. Pirates was not well supported by us South Africans, and I think we should do that because once they are being supported, and then they have what you call the third element or the third factor, all right, which is a fan factor. And then immediately after Sundowns scoring that goal, you could see it was so quiet at Cairo. They shut them, they shut their mouth, and then So I think as supporters we need to support Mamelodi Sundowns as they go to the finals. We need to support them, make sure that they get support. Well, I thought I would get the Muna Munis Malekera to be with me. I know he's a Mamelodi Sundowns. He's so excited. So he's so excited to a point that he forgot that he has to come and talk to me here. But well done, Mamelodi Sundowns, and we wish you the best of luck going forward. And then Mapakania, right, you still have the league. Come back and recoup. Let's go on. Let's try again. Um, it is not that you're a bad team. You've done well. Rivero, what more can I say? The guy has just won about 5 titles um, ever since he came here. And then there are not many coaches who have won so many trophies. So Rivero has done well. So if somebody is advising him, I say, you know what, pep yourself at the back. You're doing well. So yeah, let's the bid should go on. Let's move on, and then we wish Kaiser Chiefs do well tonight. Saddam's team. Let's hope they'll do well. Now let's move on. I also watched a game of um, Inter Miami. I woke up very early last night, 4 o'clock. I was already up, and then I found the game. It was 15 minutes already. Inter Miami, they played. They lost 2-0, which is the first leg. We are watching whether they will come back on Wednesday, the second leg. I'm crossing fingers that they come back. The same with Inter Miami. I was wondering what happened because they used to have tall fullback players, tall defenders, but now in that game there were not too many tall back players. So maybe we need to revisit that. And then because the way they were scored, they were caught up. And guess what? In terms of the ball possession, Inter Miami was on top of the game. They had about 69 ball possession, and then the other time Vancouver, something like that. I think they didn't have so much what you call um, possession of the ball. So yeah, so those are some of the games that I watched, and then we are looking forward. Remember tonight there's a big one, and then it is the Copa del Rey, and then Copa del Rey. Remember is Copa del Rey Cup, Spanish Cup, which is between um, uh, between Real Madrid and Barcelona, and it's going to be a very exciting game tonight. We're going to watch. Now, the team that beat Inter Miami was Vancouver. Vancouver, they won 2-0. So now at least they have an advantage going to the next round. So we are just watching the game, looking forward. And then I watched that football, and that team, Vancouver, they're playing with youngsters, man. And then, which is good because it means football is growing. And then, because if youngsters, because of this new PlayStations and so on, not too many of our kids now are still playing football. So if we have some who still play football and then to replace the old ones, the better. So it was very interesting to see that the majority of the players of Vancouver were very, very young. And then I can see even Inter Miami, they are replacing. That is why some of the players were let go. And then I saw that Taylor has been sold. And then I couldn't understand why was he sold. But maybe it's because age, he's 27 years or 27 to 28. So maybe they let him go so that they can see what's next. Now, tonight, as I say, it's going to be very, very exciting. We want to see how Real Madrid and Barcelona are going to fare. Which one is going to come on top? Yeah, we know that Barcelona are on song. They're playing very well. But as always, Real Madrid, you cannot rule it out. But these days, Real Madrid, I think the morale is a little bit down. It's a little bit down, especially having been knocked out of the Champions League. That was a big blow because Real Madrid, we know what matters most to them is the Champions League. So that may play a major role in terms of the motivation of the players, the morale, and then we hear that Pires wants to change the players, get the new players. So many players will be let go, including the coach. The coach, we know that by the end of the season, he won't be with Real Madrid again. So Barcelona, they are doing well, and we are looking forward to what's going to happen because there are rumors that Messi may go there, but I'm not sure because Inter Miami too, they also wants to renew his contract, and I know that he has just stall a little bit about the contract. He has stalled a little bit about the contract because I think that they're analyzing. For Inter, it's good if they have Lionel Messi because he's going to bring that element of them being liquid in terms of sponsors, and they remember they are building a new stadium, and now how befitting they want to open up that stadium with Lionel Messi to fill it up. And remember, he also wants to go to Camp Nou. Camp Nou, they've just finished the stadium there, so he also want to go and play there. So we'll watch the space very closely and see. And in terms of what he has done ever since he has joined Inter Miami, these are the numbers. He has already played 50 games for Inter Miami, and then 42 goals, and then 20 assists and 2 trophies. He's got 2 trophies in his career, and then yeah. So if they win the CONCACAF, and then yeah, they'll have the third one. And then I wish they win this one, the CONCACAF. Although it's going to be very difficult, 2 goals down. But like as they say, as long as you have Messi in the team, then you still stand a chance. And then I know that sometime during the course of this year, we will see Lionel Messi playing against Lamine Yamal, and Lamine Yamal can't wait to play that game. And then yeah, so Fenalassimo Cup, which will be between Spain and Argentina. So we'll see what's going to happen. And then we see here Messi has won the Laurel trophy twice. He's the only player who has won it twice. And Lamine Yamal, he has already netted one already as the Laurel World Breakthrough Player of the Year. So yeah, and I think the young man is definitely on the footstep of Lionel Messi. Now, let's go back. Pirates fans, what do you think? What went wrong? My opinion, I believe that Pirates has done exceptionally well. If you ask me, I'm very proud of them. I think it's a technical change that needs to be done, and everybody at Pirates need to be congratulated. Tugu Makanya, at some point, I heard him said his concern is about he is not worried about winning the Diski trophy, but more of producing players for the senior team, which is very good, which is what I've been always saying, especially for Kaiser Chiefs, that if you really want to get rid of the issue of you being overpriced for the players, try to strengthen the, the junior. So now, yeah, and we see the results at Pirates. Look at Mbogazi there, the boy is a gem, and then Nkota and so on. Yes, I know Amapakania Kwatile, man. English was a flu, but guys, you have done well. Rome was never built in a day. In fact, you are doing exceptionally well. Remember, Pirates does not buy too many players, which is good because players now are very expensive. Although we hear the news that they may get a police, all right? So yeah, let's watch that. And then the other thing that I also want to share with you out there is the fans, so that you understand when you don't see your favorite player not playing, is because some of them are on suspension. The PSL do share the news with us so that we can be able to share with you. Sereno is suspended. So Chiefs fans, if they don't see Sereno playing, they should not complain. Why the coach? Why is he not playing him? It's because he's suspended. That is the reason why PSL shared this information, so that this information can be given to you. As you can see, Marumo Gallants also, they have Manaka on suspension, Sukukuna, they have Shezi on suspension, Supersport, they have Laila K on suspension. So if you're a fan of those teams and you don't see these players, then you need to know that no, it was not deliberate. It was a question of they were suspended. So if you want to comment, please comment on the show. and then please continue to subscribe. Would love to hear from you. And then remember, as I said, we are TBR, a financial company, but at the same time, we are educating, and then we are also giving you sports and see what's happening. Now, if there's anything that you would like to share with us, please do that. I thank you. Bye-bye. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm sure you are already in the year 2025, and then you are asking yourself, what are you going to do? Some of you have been working for many years, and then now you are contemplating of either resigning or going on retirement. And it looks scary. You're not sure what are you going to do, how are you going to survive, you're worried about your pension, and so on and so on. Especially if you're a GPF member at the age of 55 and above, and you are in those situations. You are thinking, what's going to happen? Remember, the most important thing, you need to think about how can you save the little that you have, in terms of how do you avoid penalties. Because when you retire earlier than 60, you'll be penalized. How can you avoid that? Not to be penalized, not even a cent. You also want to make sure that you maximize in terms of the taxation. But get me right, tax applies to everyone. But you want to make sure that you are tax as little as you can. And you want to do all those things. You need somebody who's skilled, somebody who's trained to deal with finance, because tax avoidance is allowed. Because when you avoid tax, you use the tax law. Now, if you want to do that, to make sure that you save as much as you can, don't hesitate. Contact us, TBR Solution, or the BigR Financial Services, an authorized financial service provider. And then just say, please, I want you to assist me. I want to go out. So come and share knowledge with me. Now, no obligation. You don't have to make any obligation. Just listen to the facts. After listening to the facts, make a decision. Can listen to us, can listen to others, then so that you're exposed to various information, so that when you make a decision, it's an informed decision. Now, my name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe from TBR Solution. Here I'm representing the BigR Financial Services, an authorized financial service provider. If you want to know how to get hold of us, just look at the WhatsApp number, drop us your contact via WhatsApp. We'll therefore come back to you. I thank you.